AI agents are on the rise, and the number of frameworks within that ecosystem is also increasing. Microsoft has two very interesting frameworks, the first called Autogen and the second called Promptflow. We will look at both of the frameworks, talk about what they are good at, which one should you choose. So let's get started. So the first framework that I want to just talk about is Autogen. This in my view is the better of the two. However, the second one offers more customization and a larger degree of trailing. It is probably not that developer friendly, but let's talk about it afterwards. So what Autogen is recently DeepMind and kind of deeplearning.ai published a small course of agentic design patterns with Autogen, which is great starting point. And then there have been a lot of papers quoting this library. So what is Autogen? Autogen helps you to customize your agents and have a lot of flexible conversation patterns when you are engaged in a multi-agent collaboration setup. So be it like a hierarchical chat, like a joint chat, knowledge sharing between agents, all of that is possible. And it helps you to build that next generational LLM application powered by multiple agents, powered by different LLMs. And it supports a lot of different conversational patterns, as you can see in this image. It is basically coming out from the house of Microsoft and Penn State University and University of Washington. They do have roadmaps and you can check them out, but the easiest way to get started is just install it, run it in a Docker, and you should be good to go. It requires very minimal boilerplate code. You can obviously enable customizations to the likes of the kind of tools you want to do, to the way you want to achieve human input, as well as you want to integrate human in the loop conversations. So all of that is possible. You can even have feedback as an input coming from human beings. So this is the kind of setup you get once the repo is cloned. And this is very self-explanatory, so I'm not really showing a demo of anything. I'll show the demo for the next one. So you have a user proxy agent, then there's an assistant agent. So this is the chat running, like plot a chart of Meta and Tesla stock price, execute the following code. They have some error package like Yahoo Finance, then they'll do pip install and all of that. So basically they'll do the installation, they'll keep working, and this is what the human did. But beyond that process, post the human user proxy agent, it's all LLM working. So you see LLM is working with Python here, and it gives you an output. So even when it did not have the package installed, it was able to give you something. Then it shows, plot percentages, changes, etc. It supports a lot of different LLM inferences. It works with ChatGPT and GPT-4, and there are other interfaces that you can build like caching, error handling, multi-configuration inferencing and templating, prompt stores, things like that. So a lot of things are possible with this. There are code examples available and the library is just amazingly documented. You can get to code generation tasks, multi-agent collaboration tasks, sequential multiple agents, nested chats, different applications like automated continual learning, OptiGuide for supply chain optimization. There's a Discord bot, a lot of different tools that they use like web tool, RAG, SQL, web scraping, etc. etc. Human involvement can come in multiple forms like agent chat with async inputs, etc. etc. So a lot of that work is happening here. So this library is great if you want to get started for building agentic AI, and the getting started process is like 3 to 5 minutes. All right, let's dive into the next library. So Promptflow is interesting. No idea why Microsoft has two libraries competing or whatever they're trying to do with this. But Promptflow is essentially not really for agentic workflow, but it's a suite of development tools. So it powers more developer workflows and it can help you get prototyping, testing, debugging, evaluation process. You probably not want to use this for production, but let's see how things are here. Again, same stuff, create an interactive flow, quality matrix evaluation, performance evaluation, very streamlined cycle for production. It's very complicated. So what I've done is just installed it, and yeah, this is available as a VS Code plugin as well, which is something I will show quickly. So you can go to Visual Studio Marketplace, install Promptflow for VS Code. I have already installed it. And the way this works is, at very first it gives you pre-checks like if the libraries are installed or not, which is a good thing. It helps you, guides you through a process of installation. So basically you have a bunch of options here. You have quick access. I'll just close all of it just to show what options it has. So there's a plugin here on the left hand side which is Promptflow. So here's the P that you see, this is the Promptflow, alright. So the first is quick access. It gives you some ways to create new flows, install dependencies, upgrade, some kind of user settings that you can tailor around for Promptflow, connection builders basically, Git, documentation, etc. It shows you the flows that you have created. I've created 3 flows. I can show you create new flow as well. Traces and the tools that's available. Now tools are fundamental building blocks for agents. If you have not seen my previous video, please do check them out. Keep talking about this, and a small request, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. If you want to see more content like this where you want to learn about software architecture, AI agents, LLMs, all of that, please subscribe, put in comments and share my channel as well. So traces are more of matrices calculation, and tools are, you have Python, LLM, prompt, embeddings, safety, SERP, open model, Azure GPT, GPT-4v, etc. You can do batch runs as well. Right, so I'm just gonna open a new flow and show how it looks like, and then this is the way you have some sort of a flow DAG where you can enable chat mode, disable chat mode. You can give it name like here's the input, here's the chat, here's the output. You can create your OpenAI connection, like once you do add connection, just gives you some sort of parameter, and then here you can specify the OpenAI key, but actually you shouldn't replace it. Basically what happens is when you run it first time, it gives you a prompt. Under the hood is a very interesting templating engine called Jinja. For the people who are familiar with Django, they might get this name familiar. Jinja 2 is a templating engine that's powering a lot of these kind of interesting UI. So it's under the hood a templating engine, and in here you have a lot of different options. For example, I can change or add more states programmatically. I can add more inputs. I can basically play around with this, a lot of parameters I can add. Yeah, you see, so I got another prompt node and I can put some value, etc, etc. So the DAG is not rendered again, probably some bug or something. It requires some sort of validation. Maybe I made some mistake. The output answer flow is incorrect. Okay, let's remove this and let's see now what happens. No, so there are some errors in there, but again, that's not that important. You can obviously keep on adding as many states and as many flows you want to do in here. Now, I did not find this personally very friendly because you should ideally run this in a bigger monitor. It's very difficult to squeeze in a small monitor, look for features right on the side, flows. Does give you some options. For example, if I go ahead and delete a bunch of these, let's say I'll just create a new. So you can have an empty flow, you can have a standard flow with template, you can have a chat flow with template, which is what I had done. This works pretty fine, but again, also the point that it's really annoying and not the most user friendly interface. So yeah, that's Promptflow for us. Going back to the website, does give you this kind of a interesting UI where you have the information on the left hand side, the visualization on the right hand side. Looks good, but I didn't like the user interface, as I was saying. Definitely you can build a similar kind of experience with this like Autogen, but Autogen capabilities are said to be arguably more powerful. Alright, so if you have tried these two libraries, or if you are building agentic AI, please do comment what sort of frameworks you're using for automated agents. If you have something that's reducing the effort for development, like a low code agentic framework, I'd love to hear about it. And with that, thank you for listening. Bye bye.